The day you stop chasing people and start chasing your own growth is the day your life begins to change. Focus on yourself until you win, because no one can build your future for you. How many years have passed while you waited for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right person to change your life? How many dreams have been delayed because your attention was on other people's opinions instead of your own purpose? The truth is simple. Your future will never be built by watching someone else's success. It will only be built by improving yourself every single day. Focus on You Until You Win is not just another audiobook. It is a guide for anyone who is tired of feeling stuck, tired of making excuses, and ready to take complete control of their future. You will discover how to develop strong habits, protect your time, build real confidence, learn valuable skills, stay disciplined when motivation disappears, and keep moving forward even when nobody believes in you. If you are ready to stop comparing, stop waiting, and stop living below your potential, stay until the very end. One decision can change the direction of your life. That decision begins today, and the person who can make it happen has been with you all along. Chapter 1. Focus on yourself. Every single day, every great change begins with one decision. That decision is not about changing the world around you. It is about changing the way you spend your own days. Many people spend years watching what everyone else is doing. They compare their progress. They worry about opinions. They wait for approval. They hope that one day somebody will notice their effort and open a door for them. While they are busy looking in every direction, they forget to look at the one person who has the greatest influence over their future. That person is the one they see in the mirror every morning. If you want a different life, your attention has to return to yourself. Not because other people do not matter, but because your future depends on your daily choices more than it depends on anyone else's actions. Every morning gives you another chance to improve one small part of your life. Those small improvements may not seem exciting at first. They may even feel too simple to make a difference. Yet they are the very actions that slowly change your confidence, your habits, and eventually your results. Think about how many hours disappear every week worrying about people who are not building your future. Hours spent wondering why someone ignored a message. Hours spent hoping someone finally understands your value. Hours spent comparing your beginning to someone else's success. Those hours never come back. Every minute you give to unnecessary worry is a minute taken away from your own growth. The strongest people are not always the most talented. They are often the ones who learned where to place their attention. They know they cannot control every event. They cannot control every opinion. They cannot control every disappointment. What they can control is how they respond today. That simple understanding changes everything. When you focus on yourself every single day, you stop measuring your life by other people's progress. You begin measuring your day by your own effort. Did you learn something useful? Did you improve a skill? Did you keep a promise to yourself? Did you stay honest when it would have been easier to quit? Those are the questions that build real confidence. Many people want confidence before they begin. Life usually works the other way around. Action creates confidence. Every completed task reminds your mind that you are becoming someone who follows through. Every difficult conversation you handle with honesty makes you stronger. Every early morning when you choose discipline over comfort teaches you that your future deserves your attention. There will always be distractions. Some arrive through a phone screen, others arrive through negative conversations. Some come from fear, others come from doubt. They all compete for your attention because attention is valuable. Wherever your attention goes, your energy follows. If your attention stays trapped in problems you cannot solve, your energy becomes weaker. If your attention stays on your own improvement, your energy becomes productive. This does not mean ignoring your family or refusing to care about others. It means taking responsibility for becoming the strongest version of yourself so you have more to offer the people who matter. A person who keeps growing becomes more patient, more dependable, more capable, and more prepared for life's challenges. Growth is rarely exciting in the moment. Most improvement happens quietly. It happens while you are reading instead of scrolling. It happens while you practice after everyone else has stopped. It happens while you finish work that nobody will praise today. These moments often feel ordinary, yet they create extraordinary results over time. There are mornings when motivation feels distant. You wake up feeling tired. Your mind searches for excuses. You promise yourself you will begin tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Eventually, years pass while dreams remain exactly where they started. Success belongs to people who understand that feelings change every day, but commitment stays. If you only work when you feel excited, your progress will always depend on your emotions. If you work because you made a decision, your progress becomes much more reliable. A decision has greater power than a temporary feeling. Imagine finishing each day knowing you became slightly better than you were yesterday. Maybe you read 10 pages of a useful book. Maybe you exercised for 30 minutes. Maybe you learned one new skill. Maybe you saved money instead of wasting it. None of those actions seem dramatic. Together they build a completely different future. Your habits introduce you to your future long before success becomes visible. Every repeated action becomes part of your identity. A person who studies daily becomes knowledgeable. A person who trains consistently becomes stronger. A person who keeps promises to themselves becomes trustworthy. Identity grows through repeated actions, not through repeated wishes. Do not wait until your circumstances become perfect. Perfect conditions almost never appear. Begin with what you already have. Begin where you are standing. Use your current knowledge. Use your current resources. Use your current opportunities. Progress always starts before confidence reaches its highest level. There will be people who misunderstand your decision to focus on yourself. Some may think you have changed too much. Others may question your priorities. Stay respectful, but remember your responsibility. Your responsibility is not to satisfy every opinion. Your responsibility is to build a life that reflects your values and your goals. Protect your mornings. The first hour of your day often shapes everything that follows. If the first thing you consume is negativity, your thinking becomes heavier. If the first thing you do is invest in yourself, your day begins with purpose. Read something valuable. Write your goals. Exercise your body. Spend a few quiet minutes thinking about the person you are becoming. Those simple actions prepare your mind before the world begins asking for your attention. Stop expecting fast results. Lasting change develops through repeated effort. Every worthwhile skill requires practice. Every meaningful achievement requires patience. Every successful person has experienced days when nothing seemed to improve. They continued anyway because they understood that consistency eventually produces visible results. Speak to yourself with honesty. If you avoid responsibility, admit it. If you waste time, admit it. If fear has been controlling your choices, admit it. Honest self-reflection is uncomfortable for a moment, but it creates freedom. Excuses may feel comfortable today, but they create disappointment later. Celebrate progress without becoming satisfied too early. Appreciate each improvement while continuing to grow. One achievement should become the foundation for the next challenge. Keep learning because life always has another lesson to teach. Keep improving because there is always another level you can reach. Every evening ask yourself one simple question. Did I spend today building the person I want to become? If the answer is yes, rest with satisfaction and prepare for tomorrow. If the answer is no, do not waste energy on regret. Use that realization as motivation to make a better choice the next morning. Your future is not created in one extraordinary day. It is created through ordinary days used wisely. It grows from small decisions repeated with discipline. It grows from choosing learning over excuses, responsibility over blame, and action over hesitation. Those decisions may not impress anyone immediately, but they will quietly reshape your life. Focus on yourself every single day. Improve your character. Strengthen your discipline. Expand your knowledge. Protect your time. Respect your commitments. Keep your eyes on the person you are becoming. As your habits improve, your confidence will rise. As your confidence rises, your actions will become stronger. As your actions become stronger, your results will begin to speak for themselves. That is how lasting success is built, one focused day after another. Chapter 2. Stop waiting for someone. To save you, there comes a moment in every person's life when they quietly realize something that changes everything. Nobody is coming to build the life they dream about. Nobody can wake up with your goals, carry your responsibilities, make your decisions, or develop your character. Other people can encourage you, teach you, and support you, but they cannot live your life for you. The sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you stop giving your future away. Many people lose years waiting for the perfect opportunity. They wait for the right connection. They wait for more confidence. They wait until life becomes easier. They wait for someone to recognize their potential. While they continue waiting, time keeps moving. Days become months, months become years, and one day they wonder why nothing has changed. The answer is often simple. They spent more time waiting than working. There is nothing wrong with asking for help. Wise people learn from others. They listen carefully. They accept good advice. They appreciate guidance from those with more experience. But there is a huge difference between learning from someone and expecting someone to rescue you. One builds strength. The other creates dependence. When you believe another person will solve your problems, you slowly stop developing your own ability to solve them. Your mind becomes comfortable expecting answers instead of searching for them. Your confidence becomes weaker because it depends on somebody else's decisions instead of your own actions. That is a dangerous habit, because life will continue placing challenges in front of you. Every challenge asks the same question. Can you handle this with the person you have become? Strength grows when responsibility grows. The day you stop blaming your past, your family, your circumstances, or your bad luck is the day your future begins to open. You may not have chosen every situation that happened to you, but you can always choose what you do next. That choice belongs to you every single day. Think about the people you admire. Their success did not begin because life became perfect. They faced disappointment. They experienced rejection. They made mistakes that embarrassed them. They failed at things they truly cared about. Yet they refused to believe someone else would carry them across the finish line. They accepted ownership of their progress, even when progress was slow. There is a quiet confidence that develops when you solve your own problems. The first time you fix something that once scared you, your mind changes. The first difficult conversation you handle honestly teaches you something valuable. The first obstacle you overcome without giving up reminds you that you are stronger than yesterday. Those experiences cannot be borrowed from another person. They must be earned. Sometimes people delay action because they fear making the wrong decision. They spend weeks thinking instead of moving. They hope someone else will tell them exactly what to do. No one can remove every uncertainty from life. Every worthwhile journey includes moments where you simply choose a direction and begin. You learn while moving. Experience becomes your teacher. Do not underestimate the value of small, independent decisions. Choosing to wake up earlier. Choosing to finish a task before relaxing. Choosing to save money instead of wasting it. Choosing to read instead of spending another hour watching other people's lives. These decisions may seem ordinary, but together they shape a completely different future. Every excuse sounds reasonable when you first hear it. You are too busy. You are too tired. You do not have enough money. You need more time. You will begin next month. Excuses often feel comfortable because they remove responsibility for a moment. Unfortunately, they also remove progress. Every excuse protects today's comfort while quietly stealing tomorrow's opportunities. Your future does not require perfection. It requires participation. You do not have to know every answer before taking the first step. You simply need enough courage to begin. Every action teaches something that thinking alone never can. Every attempt gives you information that waiting will never provide. There will be moments when support disappears. Friends become busy. Family members may not fully understand your goals. People who once encouraged you may lose interest. If your motivation depends entirely on outside support, your progress will stop whenever that support fades. Build a reason inside yourself that is stronger than temporary praise. Learn to become your own source of encouragement. Remind yourself why you started. Remember the life you are trying to build. Picture the peace that comes from knowing you did not waste your potential. Those thoughts create determination that lasts longer than applause. No successful person avoided responsibility forever. At some point they accepted that every decision carried consequences. They understood that every hour had value. They realized every habit either moved them forward or held them back. That awareness helped them become intentional with their time. Do not spend your energy wishing somebody else believed in you first. Believe in your ability enough to keep working before anyone notices. Results often arrive quietly. Long before the world sees your success, your discipline is already changing who you are. That private work matters more than public recognition. There is also great freedom in accepting responsibility. When you stop expecting rescue, you stop waiting for permission. You no longer depend on perfect timing. You stop making your happiness depend on someone else's choices. Your direction becomes clearer because you understand your life is now in your own hands. Every skill you need can be learned with patience and effort. Every weakness can become stronger through practice. Every mistake contains a lesson if you are willing to examine it honestly. Growth belongs to people who remain teachable. Pride keeps people stuck. Humility allows improvement. Do not fear hard work. Hard work develops qualities that comfort never can. It teaches patience. It teaches endurance. It teaches discipline. Most importantly, it teaches self-respect. Few feelings compare to looking back and knowing you earned your progress through consistent effort. Be careful about comparing your journey with someone else's highlight moments. You rarely see the years of preparation behind another person's success. You see the reward without witnessing the sacrifice. Focus on your own path, build your own habits, improve your own character. That is where lasting confidence comes from. There will always be reasons to postpone change. There will always be unexpected problems. Life will never completely remove challenges before giving you opportunities. Learn to move forward despite uncertainty. Courage is built by taking action while questions still exist. Every morning ask yourself one important question. What can I do today without waiting for anyone else? Maybe you can learn a new skill. Maybe you can organize your finances. Maybe you can improve your health. Maybe you can finish work you have been avoiding. Whatever the answer is, begin immediately. Small actions repeated daily create powerful momentum. Your life changes when your standards change. Stop accepting excuses that once sounded convincing. Stop lowering your expectations because progress feels difficult. Expect more from yourself, not because you need to prove something to others, but because you know you are capable of becoming more than you are today. The strongest foundation for success is built on personal responsibility. Once you understand that your future is shaped primarily by your daily choices, your thinking begins to change. You stop asking who will help you and start asking what you can improve. You stop waiting for ideal conditions and begin making the best use of today's opportunities. No one can walk your path for you. No one can develop your discipline, protect your character, or create your future. Those responsibilities belong to you, and that is good news. It means your progress is not controlled by someone else's opinion. It is influenced by your willingness to keep showing up, keep learning, keep working, and keep believing that every honest effort moves you closer to the life you are determined to build. Chapter 3. Cut off everything that slows you down. Every person has dreams that deserve a real chance. The difficult part is that dreams do not disappear because life becomes busy. They disappear because little by little, people allow things into their lives that quietly steal their attention, their confidence, and their time. Success is not only about adding better habits. It is also about removing the habits, routines, and influences that keep pulling you away from the person you are trying to become. Take an honest look at an average day. Notice where your energy goes. Notice how often you stop working to check your phone without a reason. Notice how much time disappears in conversations that lead nowhere. Notice how many promises you make to yourself that never become action. These moments seem harmless when viewed one at a time. Together they become the reason many people feel stuck year after year. Life becomes lighter when you stop carrying what no longer serves your future. Every unnecessary distraction asks for a little piece of your attention. Every unhealthy habit asks for a little more of your time. Every negative thought asks for a little more of your confidence. None of them announce themselves as a major problem. They simply arrive quietly and grow stronger if you continue giving them space. One of the greatest acts of self-respect is learning to protect your focus. Your attention is valuable because it shapes your decisions. Your decisions shape your habits. Your habits shape your future. That is why successful people guard their time carefully. They understand that every hour has a purpose. They know they cannot recover wasted days, so they become more intentional about how they spend them. Not everything that feels comfortable is helping you grow. Comfort often asks you to stay exactly where you are. Growth asks you to improve even when improvement feels difficult. There will be evenings when entertainment sounds easier than learning something new. There will be mornings when sleeping longer feels more appealing than getting up to work on your goals. Those moments test your priorities more than your ability. Many people search for complicated strategies while ignoring simple changes that could transform their lives. Going to bed earlier. Turning off unnecessary notifications. Limiting conversations that leave you discouraged. Spending less time comparing yourself with strangers. Reading something useful before starting the day. These choices appear small, but they create room for better thinking and stronger action. Pay attention to the people you spend the most time with. Attitudes spread from one person to another. If every conversation revolves around complaints, excuses, and blame, it becomes harder to stay hopeful and productive. This does not mean judging others. It means recognizing the influence that repeated conversations have on your thinking. Spend more time with people who encourage responsibility, learning, honesty, and consistent effort. Their mindset will challenge you to become better. There are also distractions that exist entirely inside your own mind. Regret over the past can slow you down if you revisit it every day without learning from it. Fear of failure can prevent you from taking opportunities that might change your life. Constant self-doubt can make simple decisions feel impossible. These thoughts do not disappear overnight, but they become weaker every time you choose action instead of hesitation. Ask yourself a difficult question. What is the one habit you already know is slowing you down? You probably do not need anyone else to answer it. Deep inside, you already know. Maybe it is procrastination. Maybe it is wasting hours online. Maybe it is avoiding difficult work. Maybe it is saying yes to every request until you have no time left for your own priorities. Awareness is the first step toward change. Every meaningful goal requires sacrifice. You cannot hold on to every distraction while expecting extraordinary results. Something has to change. Something has to be removed. Growth creates new opportunities, but it also requires making space for them. The life you want is built one decision at a time. Every choice either moves you closer to your purpose or quietly pulls you away from it. Choose carefully. Protect your attention. Protect your time. Protect your peace of mind. Those are not small things. They are the foundation of a focused and successful life. Chapter 4. Build habits that change your future. Your future is not decided by one big decision. It is shaped by the small things you repeat every day. The actions that seem too simple to matter are often the ones that matter the most. A single healthy meal does not transform your body. One workout does not make you strong. Reading a few pages of a good book does not instantly make you wise. But when those actions become habits, they begin to change the direction of your life in ways you never imagined. Many people become excited about setting goals. They write them down with great energy. They promise themselves that this time will be different. After a few days, the excitement fades. They begin skipping the small actions that once felt important. Before long, they are back where they started. The problem was never the goal. The problem was failing to build habits that could carry them forward after motivation disappeared. Feelings are never guaranteed. Some mornings you will wake up full of energy. Other mornings you may feel tired, discouraged, or uncertain. If your progress depends only on how you feel, your results will always be inconsistent. Habits remove the need to make the same decision every day. They create a pattern that keeps you moving, even when your emotions change. Look at your daily routine with complete honesty. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, every repeated action is shaping your future. Some habits quietly move you toward the life you want. Others slowly take you farther away from it. The difficult part is that both kinds of habits often feel ordinary while you are doing them. Their true impact becomes visible months or years later. Start with one habit that is simple enough to repeat without making excuses. Wake up at the same time every morning. Spend 20 minutes learning something useful before checking your phone. Exercise for a short period every day instead of waiting for the perfect schedule. Save a small amount of money every week. Write down your priorities before your day begins. These actions are not impressive because they are difficult. They are powerful because they are consistent. Never underestimate the value of keeping promises to yourself. Every time you follow through on a commitment, your confidence grows a little stronger. Your mind begins to trust you. That trust is important because confidence is built through evidence. When you repeatedly prove that your words match your actions, you develop a quiet belief in your own ability. One mistake does not destroy a good habit. Everyone has difficult days. Everyone becomes distracted from time to time. What matters is how quickly you return. Do not allow one missed day to become a missed week. Do not allow one poor decision to become a reason for giving up completely. Progress belongs to people who recover quickly instead of expecting perfection. Many people try to change everything at once. They create long lists of new routines, impossible schedules, and unrealistic expectations. After a short time, they become overwhelmed. They quit because the plan demanded more than they could sustain. Lasting improvement usually begins with smaller changes that fit naturally into your life. Once one habit becomes automatic, you can build another on top of it. Pay attention to your environment because it influences your behavior more than you realize. If your workspace is filled with distractions, staying focused becomes harder. If healthy choices are difficult to reach, unhealthy ones become easier. Arrange your surroundings so that good decisions require less effort. Prepare for success before the moment of temptation arrives. The people around you also influence your habits. Spend enough time with disciplined people, and you begin to notice how they think, how they organize their time, and how they respond to challenges. Spend enough time with people who constantly make excuses, and those attitudes begin to sound normal. Choose relationships that encourage responsibility, honesty, and steady growth. Your habits should support the person you want to become. If you want to become healthier, create routines that strengthen your body. If you want greater financial stability, develop habits that protect your money instead of wasting it. If you want deeper knowledge, read and study consistently. Every habit should answer one important question: does this move me closer to the life I want? There will be moments when the results seem invisible. You may work hard for weeks without seeing dramatic change. This is where many people stop. They believe their effort is not working because they cannot yet see the reward. Do not make that mistake. Good habits often produce hidden progress before visible progress. Your thinking becomes stronger. Your discipline becomes steadier. Your patience grows. Those internal changes prepare you for the external results that follow. Discipline becomes easier when your reasons are clear. Do not build habits simply because someone else recommends them. Build them because they support the future you truly want. A strong reason gives ordinary actions greater meaning. It reminds you why today's effort matters even when today's reward is small. Protect your evenings as carefully as your mornings. Before ending the day, spend a few minutes reflecting on your actions. Ask yourself whether your habits matched your priorities. Celebrate what you did well without becoming satisfied. Notice where you can improve without becoming discouraged. Honest reflection keeps you growing because it prevents you from repeating the same mistakes without learning from them. Do not compare your daily progress with someone else's achievements. Every person begins from a different place. Your responsibility is not to match another person's timeline. Your responsibility is to become a little stronger, wiser, and more disciplined than you were yesterday. Small victories repeated over time become extraordinary accomplishments. There will always be distractions asking for your attention. There will always be easier choices that promise immediate comfort. Remember that temporary comfort rarely creates lasting success. The habits you practice today are preparing you for the opportunities you hope to receive tomorrow. When those opportunities arrive, your daily routines will determine whether you are ready. The greatest reward of good habits is not only better results. It is becoming a better person. You become someone who keeps commitments. You become someone who can be trusted. You become someone who does difficult things without needing constant encouragement. Those qualities remain valuable in every season of life. Never believe that your current habits define your future forever. Every new day gives you another opportunity to begin again. If an old routine has been holding you back, replace it with one that serves your goals. If you have wasted time in the past, use today wisely. Your history does not have to control your direction. A meaningful life is built through repeated choices that reflect your values. Every good habit is a vote for the person you are becoming. Every disciplined action strengthens your character. Every honest effort creates momentum. Continue building those habits with patience. Continue showing up when no one is watching. Continue improving one day at a time. Over time, you will discover that the future you once hoped for was created by the ordinary actions you chose to repeat every single day. Chapter 5. Trust yourself. When nobody believes, yet there will be seasons in life when your vision is larger than anyone else's understanding. You may feel excited about the future while the people around you see nothing special. They may question your decisions. They may tell you to be more realistic. They may even laugh at your goals because they cannot imagine the life you are working toward. Those moments test something more important than your talent. They test whether you are willing to keep moving before receiving approval. It is easy to believe in yourself after success becomes visible. It is much harder to believe in yourself when your efforts are still hidden. Real confidence begins long before results appear. It grows every time you keep a promise to yourself, every time you finish difficult work, and every time you continue learning even when no one is paying attention. Do not expect everyone to understand your journey. People can only judge what they see today. They cannot see your determination, your quiet preparation, or the lessons you are learning through daily effort. That is why you must avoid making other people's opinions the foundation of your confidence. Opinions change quickly. Character lasts much longer. Your belief in yourself should never be based on empty words. It should be built on evidence. Give yourself evidence by showing up consistently. Complete the work you plan to do. Improve one skill at a time. Stay honest with yourself about your weaknesses while continuing to strengthen them. Every completed action becomes another reason to trust yourself. There will be moments when progress feels invisible. You may wonder whether your effort is making any difference. Continue anyway. Lasting growth often happens quietly before it becomes obvious. The discipline you build today will support opportunities that have not yet arrived. Remember that your future depends more on your daily commitment than on today's applause. Keep learning, keep improving, and keep moving forward. One day your results will speak clearly, but long before that day arrives, your greatest responsibility is to become the kind of person who earns those results through patience, consistency, and personal responsibility. Chapter 6. Learn skills that open better opportunities. The opportunities you receive tomorrow are often connected to the skills you choose to build today. Many people spend years wishing for a better job, a better income, or a better future, yet they continue repeating the same routine without learning anything new. Hope is important, but hope alone does not increase your value. Growth happens when you decide that every week of your life will include learning something that makes you more capable than you were before. The world rewards people who solve problems. The more problems you can solve with honesty, skill, and consistency, the more opportunities begin to appear. This is why learning should never end after school. Your education continues every time you read a useful book, study a new subject, practice a valuable ability, or learn from someone with more experience. Every lesson becomes another tool that prepares you for challenges you have not yet faced. Many people believe successful individuals are simply lucky. What they often fail to notice are the years spent developing abilities while no one was watching. Before recognition came preparation. Before better opportunities came countless hours of practice. Before confidence came repeated effort. Success usually becomes visible only after a long period of quiet improvement. Do not wait until someone tells you exactly what to learn. Become curious about your own future. Ask yourself honest questions. What skill would make your work more valuable? What knowledge could help you communicate better? What ability would allow you to serve people more effectively? Those questions can change the direction of your life because they place your attention on growth instead of comfort. Learning is not always exciting. Some days it requires sitting down when you would rather relax. It requires reading when entertainment feels easier. It requires practicing the same task again, even after making mistakes. Those moments are where progress begins. Every expert was once a beginner who decided not to stop after the first attempt. Never allow your age to become an excuse. Some people believe they are too young to make a difference. Others believe they are too old to start something new. Neither belief helps you move forward. The moment you decide to improve yourself is always the right moment to begin. Your future does not ask when you started. It asks whether you kept going. One of the greatest investments you can make is improving your ability to communicate. Speaking clearly, listening carefully, and expressing your ideas with respect can open doors that knowledge alone cannot. People remember how you make them feel. They appreciate honesty, patience, and genuine interest. Strong communication builds trust, and trust creates opportunities in every area of life. Another valuable skill is learning how to manage your time. Every person receives the same 24 hours each day. The difference lies in how those hours are used. People who plan their priorities usually accomplish more than those who simply react to whatever happens. A simple written plan each morning can save hours of confusion later. When your time has direction, your effort becomes more effective. Problem solving is another ability worth developing. Instead of asking why something happened, ask what can be done next. Instead of remaining frustrated by obstacles, train yourself to search for solutions. Employers value this mindset. Business partners value it. Families value it. More importantly, your own confidence grows because you become someone who responds with action rather than helplessness. Learning also requires humility. There will always be someone who knows more than you in a particular area. That should not discourage you. It should inspire you. Every knowledgeable person was willing to admit there was more to learn. Pride stops growth because it convinces people they already know enough. Humility keeps your mind open and your progress moving. Be intentional about the information you consume. Every day your mind absorbs ideas from conversations, books, videos, and social media. Ask yourself whether that information is making you wiser or simply keeping you occupied. Entertainment has its place, but it should never replace personal development. Feed your mind with ideas that strengthen your thinking and encourage responsible action. Do not expect immediate results after learning one new skill. Growth takes time to become visible. You may practice for weeks before noticing significant improvement. Continue anyway. Every session adds another layer to your ability. Small improvements repeated consistently eventually create a level of competence that others notice. There will be moments when learning feels uncomfortable because you become aware of what you do not yet know. That discomfort is a sign that you are expanding. Do not run from it. Welcome it. Every new lesson stretches your understanding and prepares you for greater responsibility. Remember that knowledge without action has very little value. Reading 10 books about discipline means little if your daily habits never change. Watching educational videos means little if you never apply what you learn. Every lesson should lead to action. Practice immediately. Test your understanding. Improve through experience. Action turns information into real ability. Surround yourself with people who value growth. Spend time with individuals who enjoy learning, improving, and sharing ideas. Their attitude will challenge you to raise your own standards. Conversations with growth-minded people often leave you with fresh ideas and renewed motivation. Those relationships become another source of strength during difficult seasons. Be patient with yourself while building new abilities. Progress rarely follows a straight line. Some days you will improve quickly. Other days you may struggle with simple tasks. Do not confuse temporary difficulty with permanent limitation. Every skill becomes easier through repetition. Stay committed long enough to experience that change. The future belongs to people who prepare before opportunities arrive. Imagine receiving the chance you have been hoping for today. Would your current skills allow you to succeed? If the answer is no, begin preparing now. Do not wait until the opportunity appears. Build the ability first so that when the moment comes, you are ready to step forward with confidence. Protect your learning time as carefully as you protect important appointments. Even 30 focused minutes each day can transform your knowledge over the course of a year. Those minutes accumulate into books completed, abilities developed, and confidence earned. Consistency always accomplishes more than occasional bursts of enthusiasm. Your skills become part of your identity. They increase your ability to contribute, solve problems, and create value for others. As your value grows, new possibilities begin to appear. Better conversations, stronger relationships, greater responsibility, and larger opportunities often follow people who never stop learning. Keep asking yourself one simple question every day. What can I learn today that my future self will be grateful for? Then act on the answer. Read one chapter, practice one ability, ask one thoughtful question, improve one weakness. These small choices may not change your life overnight, but they will change the direction of your life over time. Your future is waiting for the person you are becoming. Every new skill strengthens that person. Every lesson adds another piece to your foundation. Every hour spent learning is an investment that no one can take away from you. Continue growing with patience. Stay curious, remain teachable, and trust that the knowledge you build today will create opportunities that are impossible to see from where you stand right now. Chapter 7. Stay consistent. Even when progress feels slow, there will be days when you work hard and nothing seems to change. You wake up early, keep your promises, practice your skills, and stay committed to your goals. Yet your life looks almost the same as it did yesterday. Those are the days that test your character more than your ability. Anyone can stay motivated when progress is obvious. The real challenge begins when your effort is invisible and your patience is being tested. Many people quit too soon because they expect immediate proof that their hard work is paying off. They want to see dramatic results after only a short period of effort. When those results do not appear, they begin to doubt themselves. They wonder if they chose the wrong path. They question whether all the work is worth it. What they fail to understand is that meaningful progress often happens quietly before it becomes visible. Think about your own life. There have probably been moments when you learned something new and felt awkward at first. You made mistakes, you felt slow, you questioned your ability. Then, after enough practice, something changed. What once felt difficult became natural. That change did not happen in one day. It happened because you continued long enough for improvement to take place. Consistency is one of the greatest advantages you can develop because very few people practice it for long. Many begin with excitement. They buy the books, they make the plans, they set ambitious goals. For a short time they feel unstoppable. Then ordinary life returns, responsibilities increase, unexpected problems appear, their excitement fades, and with it goes their commitment. The people who continue during that season quietly separate themselves from those who give up. Do not build your life around temporary motivation. Build it around dependable routines. Motivation changes from one day to the next. Commitment remains steady because it is based on a decision rather than a feeling. When you decide that your future matters too much to quit, you begin acting from purpose instead of emotion. There will always be reasons to stop. You may feel tired after a long day. You may experience disappointment that makes you question your direction. You may compare yourself with someone who seems much farther ahead. Those moments are part of every meaningful journey. They are not signs that you should quit. They are opportunities to strengthen your discipline. Be careful about measuring your progress only by major achievements. Life is often transformed through small victories that are easy to overlook. Finishing today's work on time is progress. Reading another chapter is progress. Practicing your craft for another hour is progress. Choosing patience instead of frustration is progress. Speaking honestly when it would have been easier to avoid the truth is progress. These moments shape your character long before they shape your results. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that slow progress means no progress. That belief causes unnecessary discouragement. Improvement is rarely dramatic from one day to the next. It becomes noticeable after weeks and months of consistent effort. If you judge yourself only by today's outcome, you may miss the growth that is quietly taking place within you. Your daily actions are teaching your mind who you are becoming. Every time you continue, despite difficulty, you strengthen your belief that you are dependable. Every time you complete an important task without waiting for perfect conditions, you prove that you can be trusted. That kind of confidence cannot be purchased or borrowed. It is earned through repeated action. There will be people who seem to move ahead more quickly than you. Do not allow their progress to become your distraction. Every life follows a different path. Every person faces different challenges, opportunities, and responsibilities. Comparing your journey with someone else's often steals the energy you should be investing in your own improvement. Instead of asking why someone else is succeeding faster, ask yourself a better question. What can I improve today? That question keeps your attention where it belongs. It reminds you that your greatest competition is not another person. Your greatest responsibility is becoming better than you were yesterday. Patience is not passive. Patience is active effort over a long period of time. It is continuing to prepare while waiting for the opportunity. It is continuing to learn while others become discouraged. It is continuing to improve even when recognition has not yet arrived. That kind of patience creates lasting success because it develops both ability and character. There will be mornings when your goals feel far away. During those moments, avoid thinking about the entire journey. Focus on today's responsibility. Complete today's work. Finish today's practice. Learn today's lesson. Keeping your attention on the present day prevents you from becoming overwhelmed by the distance that still remains. Remember that consistency also includes recovering from mistakes. You will have days when you fall behind. You may miss a workout, postpone an important task, or make a poor decision. Do not allow one mistake to become a reason for abandoning your progress. Accept responsibility, learn from the experience, and return to your routine as quickly as possible. The speed of your recovery often matters more than the mistake itself. Protect your standards during slow seasons. It is easy to lower your expectations when results are delayed. Resist that temptation. Continue showing up with the same commitment you had when you first started. Your standards should be guided by your values, not by your temporary circumstances. Spend time reflecting on how far you have already come. Sometimes people become discouraged because they focus only on how much farther they want to go. They forget the habits they have already built, the knowledge they have gained, and the obstacles they have already overcome. Looking back with gratitude can provide the encouragement you need to keep moving forward. Keep your promises even when no one is watching. Those private moments build integrity. They teach you that your word matters, especially when the only person holding you accountable is yourself. Integrity becomes one of your greatest strengths because it creates stability in every area of life. Do not underestimate the power of one focused day repeated many times. One productive day may not change your future. 100 productive days certainly can. The same principle applies to learning, saving money, improving your health, strengthening relationships, and developing new skills. Consistency turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results over time. Your future self is depending on the choices you make today. Every moment you choose discipline over excuses, responsibility over blame, and persistence over frustration, you are investing in a life that is stronger than your current circumstances. Those investments may not produce immediate rewards, but they are creating a foundation that becomes more valuable with every passing day. Stay faithful to the process even when progress feels slow. Continue improving your habits. Continue protecting your time. Continue learning with humility. Continue working with honesty. Continue believing that your daily effort has value, even when the evidence has not yet become visible. One day you will look back and realize that the season which felt the slowest was actually the season that built the strength, wisdom, and resilience needed for everything that came afterward. That is why consistency is never wasted. It quietly prepares you for the future you have been working toward all along. Chapter 8. Choose growth over comfort. Every single time every day presents two different choices. One choice feels easy because it asks very little from you. The other choice demands effort, patience, and responsibility. Most people naturally move toward what feels comfortable because comfort provides immediate relief. The problem is that immediate relief often delays long-term progress. If you want your life to improve, you must become willing to choose what helps you grow instead of what simply helps you feel comfortable for a moment. Growth is rarely convenient. It asks you to wake up when your body wants more sleep. It asks you to study when entertainment seems more attractive. It asks you to save money when spending it feels more exciting. It asks you to have honest conversations instead of avoiding them. These moments may appear small, but together they determine the direction of your future. Many people believe that successful individuals enjoy difficult work more than everyone else. That is usually not true. They feel tired, they become discouraged. They face uncertainty just like anyone else. The difference is that they do not allow temporary comfort to make permanent decisions for them. They understand that today's discipline creates tomorrow's opportunities. Think about the moments that changed your life for the better. Chances are they required effort. Learning a new skill required practice. Building trust with someone required honesty and patience. Improving your health required consistent choices. None of those changes happened because life became easier. They happened because you decided that your future deserved more attention than your present comfort. Comfort has a way of sounding reasonable. It says you can start tomorrow. It says one more hour will not matter. It says you deserve to postpone your responsibilities because you worked hard yesterday. Those thoughts may feel harmless, but repeated often enough, they slowly shape your habits. Your habits then shape your future. That is why small decisions deserve your full attention. You do not need to make every day perfect. You simply need to keep choosing the direction that leads to improvement. Some days your progress will be impressive. Other days it will be small. Both kinds of days matter because consistency is more valuable than occasional bursts of effort. Keep moving forward, even when the steps feel ordinary. There will always be moments when you stand between two choices. One choice protects your current comfort. The other develops your future ability. Ask yourself which decision your future self would thank you for. That simple question can help you make wiser choices when emotions are trying to pull you away from your priorities. Growth also requires leaving behind familiar routines that no longer help you. This can be uncomfortable because familiar habits feel safe even when they are limiting your progress. You may need to change how you spend your evenings. You may need to reduce time spent on activities that provide little value. You may need to organize your schedule differently so that your important work receives your best attention. These changes require courage because they interrupt familiar patterns, but they also create space for better ones. Another important part of growth is accepting correction. No one enjoys hearing that they need to improve. Yet honest feedback can become one of your greatest advantages if you receive it with humility. Instead of becoming defensive, become curious. Ask yourself what lesson you can learn. Improvement begins when you care more about becoming better than protecting your pride. There will be people who misunderstand your commitment to personal growth. Some may wonder why you no longer spend your time the way you once did. Others may question your new priorities. Stay respectful, but remember that your responsibility is to build a meaningful life. Not everyone will understand your decisions while you are making them. Understanding often comes after the results become visible. Your mind also needs regular challenges. Read books that stretch your thinking. Learn skills that require patience. Practice abilities that feel difficult at first. Every challenge strengthens your confidence because it proves you are capable of learning more than you knew yesterday. A comfortable mind eventually stops growing. A curious mind continues expanding throughout life. Growth is not only about achievement. It is also about character. Becoming more patient when life becomes difficult is growth. Becoming more dependable when others rely on you is growth. Becoming more honest with yourself about your weaknesses is growth. These qualities improve every area of your life because they influence the way you think, work, and build relationships. Do not fear temporary discomfort. Many worthwhile experiences require effort before they provide rewards. A difficult conversation can repair a relationship. A disciplined financial decision can create future security. Hours spent learning can create opportunities that change your career. Short-term effort often produces long-term freedom. Pay attention to the excuses that appear most often in your mind. Excuses usually point toward the areas where growth is waiting. If you often tell yourself that you do not have enough time, examine how you spend each day. If you believe you are not capable, ask whether you have truly given yourself enough practice. Honest questions reveal opportunities for improvement that excuses keep hidden. Build the habit of choosing one meaningful challenge every day. It does not have to be dramatic. Read another chapter when you would rather stop. Finish an important task before relaxing. Practice a skill for a little longer than planned. Speak with confidence even when you feel uncertain. These small victories strengthen your ability to choose progress again tomorrow. Do not expect comfort and growth to exist in equal measure. As your responsibilities increase, life will continue asking more from you. Welcome that responsibility because it means you are becoming capable of handling greater opportunities. Every new level of growth prepares you to serve others more effectively and to build a future with greater purpose. Remember that the goal is not to make life harder for its own sake. The goal is to become stronger, wiser, and more disciplined through intentional choices. There is great satisfaction in ending the day knowing you honored your commitments instead of following every passing feeling. That satisfaction creates lasting confidence because it comes from your own actions. Your future is built one decision at a time. Every moment you choose learning over avoidance, responsibility over excuses, and discipline over temporary comfort, you become a little different from the person you were yesterday. Those changes may seem invisible at first, but they continue building quietly beneath the surface. Stay faithful to that process. Keep choosing growth. Keep raising your standards. Keep becoming the kind of person who earns success through consistent action. One day you will look back and realize that the hardest choices were also the ones that gave you the strongest foundation for the life you always wanted. Chapter 9. Keep going until your results speak. There comes a point in every meaningful journey when talking no longer matters. Plans have been written, goals have been spoken aloud, promises have been made. From that moment forward, your actions become the only language that truly counts. Anyone can describe the life they hope to build. Far fewer people are willing to continue working when nobody is paying attention. That is where real progress begins. It is easy to become discouraged when your effort seems unnoticed. You may spend weeks improving your skills, strengthening your discipline, and making better choices, while nothing around you appears different. During those moments, remember that your work is not wasted simply because it has not yet been recognized. Many valuable changes happen inside you before they become visible to the outside world. Do not become someone who needs constant praise to keep moving. Praise feels good, but it should never become your source of strength. If your determination depends on applause, your progress will rise and fall with other people's attention. Build a stronger foundation. Work because your future matters. Improve because you respect yourself. Continue because you refuse to settle for less than your potential. There will always be people who doubt what you are capable of accomplishing. Some may judge you based on your past. Others may only see your current situation. They cannot see your daily effort. They cannot measure your commitment. They cannot fully understand the quiet decisions you make every morning to become a better person. Do not waste your energy trying to convince them. Invest that energy in becoming stronger. One completed task has more value than 100 unfinished ideas. 1 month of consistent effort teaches more than years of wishing. One difficult habit practiced every day creates more change than occasional moments of excitement. The people who achieve lasting success are rarely the loudest. They are usually the ones who keep working long after others lose interest. Patience becomes easier when you stop expecting immediate rewards. Every worthwhile goal asks for time. Learning requires time. Building trust requires time. Improving your health requires time. Developing wisdom requires time. Lasting success is not created through rushed decisions. It is built through steady effort repeated over many ordinary days. Protect yourself from the habit of seeking approval before taking action. Some people wait until everyone agrees with their dream before they begin. That day almost never comes. There will always be someone who questions your direction. There will always be someone who believes your goal is too difficult. Their doubts do not define your future. Your daily choices do. Your responsibility is not to silence every critic. Your responsibility is to become so committed to your growth that criticism no longer controls your decisions. Listen when feedback is honest and useful. Learn from people with wisdom and experience. At the same time, refuse to allow negative opinions to become excuses for giving up. There will be moments when you question yourself. You may wonder whether all your effort is making any difference. During those moments, return to facts instead of emotions. Look at the habits you have built. Notice the knowledge you have gained. Remember the challenges you can now handle that once felt impossible. Progress is often easier to recognize when you compare yourself with your past, instead of comparing yourself with someone else's present. Do not underestimate the importance of finishing what you start. Every completed commitment strengthens your self-respect. Your mind begins to believe your own promises because your actions consistently support them. This quiet confidence becomes one of your greatest advantages. It allows you to face larger responsibilities without being overwhelmed. There is also wisdom in staying focused on the work instead of constantly checking the results. A person who keeps digging up a seed to see whether it is growing only delays its progress. Your responsibility is to continue doing the right things with patience and discipline. The results arrive through consistency, not through constant worry. Make your standards stronger than your excuses. There will always be reasons to slow down. You may feel tired. You may experience disappointment. You may encounter unexpected setbacks. None of those experiences remove your ability to take one meaningful step forward today. Even small progress keeps your momentum alive. Keep your attention on the habits that create lasting success. Show up on time. Finish your responsibilities. Continue learning. Speak honestly. Keep your word. Respect your time. Protect your health. Strengthen your character. These actions may not attract immediate attention, but together they create a reputation that cannot be easily ignored. Remember that every challenge carries a lesson. A difficult season teaches patience. A mistake teaches awareness. A setback teaches resilience. Instead of asking why life has become difficult, ask what this experience is preparing you to handle in the future. That question turns obstacles into opportunities for personal growth. Success also requires emotional discipline. There will be days when you feel excited and days when you feel discouraged. Do not allow temporary emotions to decide permanent actions. Your feelings may change from one morning to the next, but your commitment should remain steady. A dependable routine will carry you farther than changing emotions ever will. Take pride in becoming someone who does the right thing, even when no one notices. Character is built in private moments. Integrity grows through unseen decisions. Discipline develops when you continue honoring your responsibilities without expecting recognition. Those qualities eventually become visible through the life you create. Avoid the temptation to announce every goal before you have done the work. Spend less time explaining your plans and more time living them. Quiet effort often produces stronger results than constant discussion. When your actions become consistent, your progress will naturally become difficult to ignore. Every evening gives you an opportunity to ask one important question. Did I move forward today? The answer does not depend on perfection. It depends on honest effort. If you learned something valuable, completed meaningful work, or improved a small part of your life, then the day had purpose. Those purposeful days accumulate into a remarkable future. Your results are not built in dramatic moments. They are built through ordinary mornings when you choose responsibility. They are built through ordinary afternoons when you stay focused despite distractions. They are built through ordinary evenings when you prepare for tomorrow instead of giving in to unnecessary habits. Great lives are created through ordinary days used wisely. One day, people may notice the changes in your confidence, your discipline, and your achievements. They may ask how everything changed. What they will not see are the countless quiet decisions that came first. They will not see the mornings when you chose to continue despite doubt. They will not see the evenings when you kept learning after everyone else had stopped. They will not see the moments when you refused to quit, even though progress felt slow. That is why your focus should never be on proving yourself through words. Prove yourself through consistency. Prove yourself through responsibility. Prove yourself through the quality of your work. Prove yourself through the promises you keep. Every day you remain committed. You are writing a story that no opinion can erase. Keep moving forward with patience. Keep improving with humility. Keep learning with curiosity. Keep working with integrity. Keep believing that every honest effort has value. There is no need to rush your journey or seek constant recognition. Continue becoming stronger one day at a time until your character, your habits, and your achievements speak more clearly than any explanation ever could. Chapter 10. Win by becoming your best. Everyday winning is often misunderstood. Many people believe winning begins the day they reach a certain income, earn a promotion, receive recognition, or achieve a lifelong goal. Those moments are meaningful, but they are not where real victory begins. Real victory starts much earlier. It begins the day you decide becoming a better person is more important than proving yourself to anyone else. From that day forward, every honest effort has value because it is shaping the person you are becoming. There is no finish line where life suddenly becomes easy. Every stage of growth introduces new responsibilities, new lessons, and new opportunities to improve. That is why the goal should never be to stop growing after one success. The goal is to become someone who keeps learning, keeps serving, and keeps raising personal standards throughout life. Every morning gives you a new opportunity to become a little wiser than yesterday. You can become more patient during difficult conversations. You can become more disciplined with your time. You can become more reliable by keeping your promises. You can become more grateful by appreciating what you already have while continuing to work toward what you want. These improvements may appear small, but they create a life built on strong character instead of temporary excitement. Many people spend too much energy trying to look successful instead of becoming successful. They want quick recognition before they have developed lasting habits. They want respect before they have earned trust. They want rewards before they have accepted responsibility. Lasting success works in the opposite direction. Character comes first, habits come next. Results follow afterward. The person you become is always more valuable than the achievement you receive. Achievements can come and go. Circumstances can change. Opportunities may rise and fall. Your character remains with you through every season of life. A disciplined person continues moving forward after disappointment. An honest person earns trust wherever they go. A responsible person creates opportunities because others know they can depend on them. Do not measure your worth only by what you accomplish. Measure it by the way you live each day. Ask yourself whether you are becoming more dependable. Ask whether you are treating people with respect. Ask whether you are using your time wisely. Ask whether your daily choices reflect the future you hope to create. Those questions keep your attention on what truly matters. Every challenge you have faced has taught you something valuable. Difficult seasons have shown you that patience is stronger than panic. Mistakes have reminded you that learning is more important than pretending to be perfect. Setbacks have revealed strengths you never knew you possessed. Instead of wishing those experiences had never happened, appreciate the wisdom they gave you. They helped shape the person standing here today. Do not become discouraged because your journey looks different from someone else's. Every person carries different responsibilities. Every person begins from a different place. Every person grows at a different pace. Your responsibility is not to copy another life. Your responsibility is to make the best use of your own abilities, your own opportunities, and your own time. Continue setting meaningful goals, but remember that goals are not only destinations, they are also tools that help you grow. A worthwhile goal stretches your discipline, it improves your thinking, it strengthens your patience. Even before you achieve it, you are already becoming better because of the effort it requires. Protect your daily routine, because your future quietly depends on it. The way you begin your morning influences your attitude. The way you spend your afternoon influences your productivity. The way you finish your evening influences tomorrow's preparation. Small daily decisions are building a life that will eventually become impossible to separate from your habits. There will always be moments when you feel tempted to settle for less than your potential. You may think you have done enough. You may feel comfortable with your current progress. Growth asks a different question. It asks whether there is another lesson to learn, another skill to develop, another habit to strengthen, or another person you can help. Keep answering those questions with action instead of comfort. Never stop investing in your mind. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen carefully to wise people. Learn from your own experiences. Stay curious about the world around you. A growing mind continues finding possibilities where others only see limitations. Knowledge gives direction to effort, and effort gives life to knowledge. Take care of your body because it supports everything else you hope to accomplish. Rest when needed. Move regularly. Eat with intention. Your energy influences your ability to think clearly, serve others, and remain focused during demanding seasons. Looking after your health is not a distraction from success. It is part of building a successful life. Be generous with encouragement. You never know how much another person may need. One sincere conversation, one kind word, or one moment of understanding. As you become stronger, use your strength to lift others. Success becomes more meaningful when it creates hope beyond your own life. Stay humble no matter how much progress you make. Humility keeps your mind open. It allows you to continue learning. It reminds you that every person has something valuable to teach. Confidence and humility can exist together. You can believe in your abilities while remaining willing to improve. Remember that discipline is an expression of self-respect. Every time you keep your word, finish important work, or make a wise decision when nobody is watching, you are strengthening your relationship with yourself. Over time, this creates a quiet confidence that cannot be taken away by criticism or temporary failure. There will be moments when life becomes uncertain again. New problems will appear. Unexpected changes will test your patience. During those times, return to the principles that have guided your journey. Stay honest. Stay responsible. Stay focused. Continue learning. Continue working. Continue believing that today's effort matters even when tomorrow remains unseen. One of the greatest rewards in life is reaching a point where your actions consistently reflect your values. There is peace in knowing that you are no longer controlled by excuses, fear, or the need for constant approval. There is satisfaction in ending each day knowing you gave your best with the opportunities you had. Winning is not about becoming better than everyone else. It is about becoming better than the person you were yesterday. It is choosing integrity over shortcuts. It is choosing discipline over excuses. It is choosing gratitude over complaints. It is choosing responsibility over blame. Those decisions create victories that no one can take away because they transform who you are. As you continue this journey, remember that every meaningful life is built one day at a time. You do not need extraordinary talent to create extraordinary change. You need consistent effort, honest reflection, and the courage to keep improving when progress feels slow. Every sunrise offers another opportunity to live according to your values. Every evening offers another opportunity to learn from the day you just lived. Keep becoming your best, not because perfection is possible, but because growth is always possible. Continue raising your standards with patience. Continue serving others with humility. Continue strengthening your character through daily action. Continue believing that your greatest achievements are not only found in what you accomplish, but also in the person you become along the way. When you live with that mindset, every day becomes a victory, and every step forward becomes part of a life filled with purpose, resilience, and lasting fulfillment. Remember this one truth before you leave. Your life will never change because you wished for more. It will change because you decide to become more. Every choice you make after this moment will either move you closer to the life you want or keep you exactly where you are. The decision is always yours. From today forward, Stop wasting your energy trying to impress people who are not building your future. Invest that energy in becoming stronger, wiser, more disciplined, and more confident. Keep improving your habits. Keep learning. Keep showing up. Keep believing in yourself, even when the results are still invisible. One day, the life you are building in private will become impossible to ignore. Never forget the message of this audiobook. Focus on yourself until you win. Then keep growing, because real success is not a destination. It is the person you become through daily discipline and consistent action. If this audiobook challenged the way you think and gave you a new direction, come back and listen again. Every time you hear these lessons, you will notice something new, because you will be growing into a different person. Some messages reveal their greatest value when you are ready for the next level of your life. Thank you for spending this time investing in yourself. Your next chapter begins the moment this audiobook ends. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Stay patient. Keep going until the life you once imagined becomes the life you truly live.